You got your DBZ, you got your Tekken, you got your EX layer, Killer Instinct. It's not dead, I'm going to tell you this much. We're switching into that game scene, going to see what they're going to be choosing up on the character select. Oh, it's Falke. Up against Cammy. Okay. So, I get my wish. There we go. Okay, going into the first game right here. Okay. So it's going to be all about sort of using that extended pole that's going on to make sure that Cammy kind of can't move the way that she wants to. But that's always easier said than done. Cammy has a lot of mobility on deck with all of the sort of hooligan shenanigans. Right now, these two, I think, just sort of checking things out. There we go. And then sees the first button. Really just sort of like trying to keep him out. There we go. Keeps him out of the air. Like what Peter's kind of bringing right now, just a really sort of like patient, reactionary gameplay, but that only works so long because DickyDave finds his way in and is trying to keep the aggression going on. Peter's really kind of playing a little bit more on that defensive style. I was just going to say, with the amount of defense that's coming on there, uses the EX as it were, gets the grab too, and then that long distance poke is going to try and get him out, but Cammy is doing the exact opposite right now. They're trying to stay on there, those jabs, hitting the, oh, there we go, that's going to be hard crush. No major follow-up off of that, though. And now you have that V-trigger, just going to kind of wait it out. There we go, Cammy spikes all the way through, brings it all the way up, and then gets the final hit to actually clear that out. DickyDave kind of playing that little bit of patience that he's able to do with the movement that Cammy actually has on hand. Okay, charges up, shoots out that projectile there, and not going to be able to do too much of that because the pressure's already in, getting pushed back into the corner. And it's kind of what you end up seeing. Tries to have the low, and tries to keep tagging with the low, just kind of keep DickyDave in check, but he's always staying just close enough, making sure that Peter does not feel all that safe ever. And it's just kind of playing that poke-out game. And I feel like if you don't have any sort of major converts, and now you're starting to get antsy with the DPs, yeah, you're dropping a lot of meter just to try and keep them out, but you're already back inside the corner. There's the V-trigger. She's going to be firing out of bolts, and I think has another one on deck. Tries to get him off, like, does get him off. And the HP is fairly similar. All this little bit of, like, low chip that's been kind of building up off of Peter is kind of paying off now. It takes only so much, actually figures out which side they want to have with the, it's probably like autocorrect on just the low kicks, and there we go, just kind of straight medium kick, takes him out right there. That's one apiece right now. I feel like DickyDave was doing like some good things, just kind of trying to keep out of that range, getting a little bit more aggressive than he needs to do, but really just sort of needs to use these follow-ups. Wants to get out of that, now puts himself inside the corner with the super right there. A little bit of get off me with that V reversal. Keeping stuff inside of check, the long distance poke. Not able to actually connect with anything off of that. And then there's the grab. And I think that grab needs to happen a lot more since like Peter's very much focused on the defense and keeping the block going. Almighty Jura is now hosting. Thank you greatly. There we go, and there's the grabs. And I think that's like really what DickyDave needs to keep on doing right here. Just sort of keeping the pressure up, and because errant buttons for Peter right there are going to get punished harder than errant buttons, as we've seen from DickyDave. Maybe that's not the case. Maybe that's just like that little bit of sort of like first game sort of jitters that's coming out, but that's what needs to kind of happen. You're kind of seeing these errant buttons lead into sort of high pressure, but then on the other side, you're seeing a lot more. There we go. We're seeing signs of life. Kind of going tit for tat there. Sees the V reversal and then grabs that. Goes up in the air and actually trades out. Looks like that goes in favor of DickyDave at this point. Rolls in and just kind of keeping the aggression going up and over that DP, not able to actually connect in time. And all this pressure is coming out of that right there. And that's exactly it. Really trying to rely on these DPs. And whenever you're in the air, it's basically like instantly coming out. You can just kind of play around that. That trigger figure is going to get you punished a lot of the time because you better believe that getting blocked, you are going to get tagged. There we go, checks the lows. Keeps him sort of inside a position. Tries to keep him, I don't know, like usually you'd want to actually have it, have your opponent be inside the corner because like, well, you have every option that goes on here, but like in the sort of mid-screen, being able to go like kind of either side without getting cornered yourself for Cammy might actually be advantageous. There we go, takes him out of the air. This is a lot of what Falke's gameplay wants to be. Sort of keeping in check your opponent, just keeping the punishment going. There's the grab, gets him out. That's more just resetting neutral. Charges it up, shoots the projectile. It does tag. There we go, there's the V trigger, and then the get off me VP. Shoot, there we go, up and out. But lands into some problems right here. Spiral arrow does connect, and then the DP just consistently telling him to get right off of me. Ooh, going into sniper. I don't know if that's going to tag. Doesn't actually tag it, but no major punish comes off of that. And then man just actually take that. That's 1-1. It's a second game.
Final round. Fight.
Oh, now you're seeing a lot of no more patience that's kind of coming out. I almost feel like neutral jump might actually be like the tool to do right here. Because like you notice basically like the VP, if that kind of comes out, then you're pretty good. But like it hasn't been large sums of damage out of the computer right now. It's really been a neutral focused game that I feel like, ooh, actually uses the V trigger, gets in. Here we go. Not able to get too much out of it. Jumps up and over and all the way on the other side. Then techs the throw, keeping himself safe off of that, and not incredibly inside the corner, getting sort of full conversion off of that, jumping away from the grab. V-trigger comes in, the first sniper goes out, there's the DP, and then there's the punish off of that. Good stuff on either side, but DickyDave kind of weaving, like, I want to say weaving, but just like taking his time, seeing what his opponent actually has on deck, and has been doing, and then just punishing. That's just straight Street Fighter sort of stuff that's happening there.